While I was shopping at the supermarket, I ran into an armed thug. However, the armed woman told the other women to stay and let all the men go. The woman was agitated and threatened, saying she only wanted to find her husband's mistress. Just then, the woman's husband showed up. He was the store manager of this supermarket and the cause of this kidnapping incident. The man had caused his child to be hurt, just so he could meet his mistress. The woman had been trailing him all along and only then discovered the truth. But the man refused to admit to the affair. In her anger, the woman was about to shoot. At the critical moment, a retired policewoman aunt grabbed a cowbone and threw it with all her might, saving the man's life. The woman saw a beautiful woman in the crowd and suspected she was her husband's mistress. As the woman's emotions started to spiral out of control, I stepped forward and promised her I could find her husband's mistress. I'm often obsessed with solving stories and mysteries, so this was also a challenge for me. The woman claimed she saw her husband walking with his mistress through the staff passage, meaning the mistress must also work at the supermarket. She immediately ordered the staff to come forward, sweeping them with a long rifle, but her husband suddenly stopped her. I carefully observed everyone's expressions and quickly locked on to the key suspect. While the employees were being threatened, the man remained calm, but one female employee showed fear. It was at that moment that the man spoke up. After I found the mistress, they both began to deny it. I asked them to hand over their phones for inspection. They thought they had erased all the traces, but I was still able to deduce the time and place of the man's rendezvous with the mistress from the details in their photos. The customers present were furious on behalf of the woman, but the mistress explained it was all just a coincidence. I calmly produced the most direct evidence, a spoon in the mistress's photo, which reflected the man's face. Just as the situation seemed to be under control, we heard police sirens outside the supermarket. To avoid further upsetting the woman, the retired policewoman aunt called her husband, who was waiting outside, and asked him to be patient. The aunt single-handedly pushed a huge freezer to block the door. The police were astonished, and applause suddenly broke out from the customers inside the store. The police tried to move the freezer but failed. Then, I deduced the hotel where the man and the mistress had stayed, based on the scent of the mistress's shampoo. A delivery girl also confirmed this information. When the couple realized their secret was exposed, they knelt down and begged the woman for mercy. The man tried to escape, but the policewoman aunt stopped him with a kick. Then, she leaped into the air and struck the man with great force. The police arrived just in time and took the armed woman away. One of the hostages suddenly suggested checking the woman's phone balance, and the woman was shocked to find an additional 100 million Korean won in her bank account. It turned out that just 5 minutes earlier, the woman had used her lover's birthday to figure out the man's bank card password and transferred all of his money to the woman. With that, the situation was finally resolved.